Hey everybody, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Obviously, please like, subscribe, and share if you dig the content. Let other people know if you've got some things that I say that you'd like to share with others. That's great, no problem at all. And we'll get started today. It's going to be a recap of week number 9 strength training. So yesterday was the first day of week number 9. That was zone 2 running. So that was about a 3.5 mile zone 2 run. Because I did it mostly in zone 2, if you'll note the video, 69% of that run was in zone 2. So today I was able to come in and get a good weightlifting session because I kept it really moderate in my running. If I ran hard yesterday, today's strength training would have been majorly affected. So that is one thing that I know in my mind, but also it's hard to do in practice because when people go out and exercise, they want to exercise to the fullest every time rather than practicing some restraint. So making sure you're really clear on what your goals are prior to your exercise. Like, does the exercise meet the goal? If the goal is just general long-term health and wellness, then it's probably moderate activity 3 to 4 days a week. Right? It's like get out there and get active. Maybe 1 day a week is where you're going for a maximum effort. Something like that. I think honestly, it's like constraint is really good. Obviously, if you're just not exercising at all, a good start is probably a trip around the block or two, and then try to do that consistency. Remembering that consistency is better than intensity. So making sure that you're good over the long haul rather than just trying to win a race right that first week. So I would prefer people kind of come out of the gate a little slow and work themselves up, but mostly staying consistent. I think the clarity that I have on my winter goals is to get big and strong. That's kind of the maximum goal. That's the clearest thing I can say. So if I want to do that, I need to be ready for these strength training sessions. I need to make sure that I'm prioritizing them, I'm optimizing them, and that they're the main thing. So if I'm going to go out there and I'm going to run 3 days a week, then I'm not making getting big and strong my main goal. Okay, my main goal needs to be lifting the weights 3 days a week and making running kind of a side project while I get prepared for next spring, where I'll make running kind of the main thing. So just thinking about that from a seasonal training perspective. So I'm continuing with a linear progression on my back squat, and I've been able to add 5 pounds per set per week for, this is the 9th week. So obviously the weights are getting a little heavier as I go, but it's nice when you start a little bit lighter, you can have a long time where you've got a little bit room to grow, making sure you get the movement mechanics and everything is working and appropriately. So I did 135 for 10, 155 for 6, and then I did 3 sets of 5 at 165, and I got 6 on my last set. So I should be continuing kind of getting up there with this 5-pound linear progression for a while. And yeah, I like this progression. It'll probably change here in the next couple of weeks, but for now, all is well. And then on the bench press, this is the same weights as last week. So last week I did 8, 6, and 3 sets of 4 with the last set 5. So because I was not able to get the 3 sets of 5, I just stayed with the same weight. And because I'm lifting by myself, I'm not pushing the load on this quite as much. So 150 for 8, 160 for 6, and I was able to get 3 sets of 5 on my last set at 170. And I probably had one more, but obviously I want to always keep a rep or 2 in the tank when I'm benching by myself. That was really good. Honestly, I come out of these 2 movements feeling really great. I don't feel always as great in back squat and overhead press, or in conventional deadlift and overhead press, which is just something that I'm ongoing kind of working with, and I'm going to continue to push a little bit longer on those. I might end up switching into sumo deadlift at some point, although the barbell overhead press is still feeling pretty good. It's just the deadlift that's kind of on the fence. And then I finished up on bis and tris. So I did straight bar curls, so just put 60 pounds on the straight bar and did curls, not focusing on that eccentric stretch. And then I did kettlebell overhead, tricep skull crushers, 16 kg, so 35 pounds, 15, 12. And that's pretty much it. It was a great workout. I feel good after it. I feel nice and pumped. I'll go ahead and get some food and spend the afternoon kind of recovering. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and be safe.